Welcome back. So in today's video we're going to be talking about losing your mediumship. What if it disappears? What if you wake up and it's gone? And so in this video we're going to talk through the process, how that is not possible. I've been there like most of you, where you think, oh, if I don't attend circle this week, maybe I won't be as good. Maybe my mediumship's rusty, or you need to have a holiday, or you simply need to have a break. This idea formulates that your mediumship for some reason is just going to be gone. And we have to understand that mediumship is a state of awareness, a state of consciousness that once opened there is no kind of just going back. It would be choice not to look at mediumship or have mediumship in your world, not that it's taken away or it doesn't work anymore. A way to look at it is that the ability to walk, for example, a nice simple one for the mind to hold there. You learn to walk and that's it, you just walk. At no point do you feel like you're going to lose the ability through not practicing, through not learning, so on and so forth. However, I completely understand that when you have not practiced for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it is, you start to panic. Is it still there? I get that, because you haven't visited the spirit world or exercised that skill set that you're trying to develop. But it's one of those things, it's not going to go away overnight, and so that's why I'm doing a video for it, to show you that it's okay to have a week off. It's okay to miss a circle. It's okay. And there are a few train of thoughts where mediumship is concerned. Practice, practice, practice. It'll make me better. It'll make me good. But there is an element there that I kind of disagree with. If you're practicing one mechanic for a small period of time, but it's a very good practice, then you will learn more from that than spending a development term, like 8 weeks, 10 weeks, 12 weeks, whatever it is, developing using the wrong technique. Then you are not improving. You've just spent 12 weeks developing a fear, 12 weeks developing a problem or a mechanic that doesn't work for you, yet you spend 10 minutes doing one technique that works for you and it feels amazing. There's been a number of times where I've run Zoom classes or workshops or residentials, whatever it'll be, and you see a student struggle and they've got a very particular problem within their mechanic, and you offer a new idea and they do it straight away. They nail it instantly. And they're like, oh my God, I can't believe you've made it sound so easy. It is that easy. That's reason one. And reason two is because you've been developing the wrong technique for the last 12 weeks, last year, last 5 years, and that's why it's been a struggle. Sometimes we take into account the words of someone else, and we hold them so powerful in our mind that we can't see beyond it because so and so said. And so that's certainly where the problems begin. You need to be thinking for yourself and trying to work out why this mechanic isn't working. Gonna slightly digress here very quickly. I've just recently read a post, like within the last 20 minutes, on Facebook, where someone had said a particular thing about mediumship, and someone retaliating, because that's what happens in the spiritual community. You're not allowed an opinion unless it fits with everybody, but the new idea can't be allowed in because the group just get around them. And someone said about a spirit making communication instantly from passing, and another medium saying, well, I can't see them, I can't find them, give them time. And someone shouted out, they don't need time, that's nonsense, it's immediate. It's a communication can happen immediately, which I agree with. I do think they can communicate immediately. And another medium jumping into the equation saying they shouldn't be saying things like that, remember you're a voice of spirit, and spirit can take that away at any time. And I have to disagree with that statement. I don't think the spirit world can take it away at any given time, which may be the controversial part of this video, I suppose. We have one every video, didn't we? But it's a state of consciousness, and I think we actually fall into the realms of natural law. If you have an understanding of the spirit world and you're teaching people about the spirit world and the mechanics of the communication, and you're telling them a fear or a restriction, natural law then comes into the process, which is a whole video on its own, isn't it? But the law is perfect. You don't get away with anything, nothing at all, and that includes your words. So I don't think the spirit world can take it away. Maybe they'll prove me wrong, but I don't think they will. It's a expansion of consciousness, and that means shutting down my mind, and I just don't think that's possible. Anyway, let's get back on track for losing the ability, or your mediumship not going to work for you. Let's show you that that's not possible either. Let me take a seat over here. This camera gets heavy, all this equipment now. So, I decided this week that I was going to have a few days off. So I decided this week, I'm running tired, I've been busy, done a few dems back to back, and classes in person and online. And I was starting to feel a little bit fatigued. And it's something that I monitor all the time. And so I thought, I'm just going to have a long weekend. I'm going to take the Friday, the Saturday, the Sunday off. I'm not going to connect. I'm not going to work with the spirit world. I'm not going to kick him out, but I'm just not going to go looking for it. I'm going to take Friday, Saturday, Sunday off, and I'm going to grab my fishing rods, and I'm going to go and sit in nature around a handful of lakes over the 3 days. And not once did I move my mind there. I just, put my feet up, I relaxed, I caught some carp and a beautiful weekend, and got in very late last night. And I'm up this morning and I feel fresh, I feel revitalised. It's something that I need to do, and now I know that if I connect to the spirit world, I'm going to be firing on all cylinders. I've got the energy, my mind is clear, I'm not worrying. And what we tend to do when we're developing is we need more. I get it, it's like addictive, I totally understand. And we need more, we need to keep on top of it. I've got a good momentum and so on and so forth. But like anybody, even with momentum, there comes a time where you have to stop. You have to regroup, have a day doing something that's the polar opposite of the spirit world, but something that you enjoy. I usually recommend a hobby. Maybe you like walking, maybe you like running or the gym or whatever it is, and just have a few days of doing that. So you are fresh, you are still hungry. So when you go in, the mechanics are all working. It's very difficult when the momentum's going away. You're tired, you're fatigued, you've been practicing the wrong technique, or certainly a restrictive technique, and you fall into this trap of believing that if I just keep working at it, if I just keep doing more, it will eventually get better. And in most cases, that doesn't happen. You end up in a bigger hole, and then you're on the verge of burnout or walking away. Neither of which I want you to go through. Hence today's video. You also have to bear in mind that by just practicing a particular technique that's for the sake of the video, say clairvoyance, you're constantly working with the clairvoyant part of you. There will come a time, maybe you've been there, maybe you're nowhere near there, doesn't matter, hopefully it sticks in your mind. There will come a time where you'll be very good at getting information, you'll be very good at getting evidence, you'll be very good at that one facet of mediumship. You'll be very good at it. But what happened is that you forgot to develop everything else. You know, you forgot to exercise the other parts of your mediumship. And certainly through my journey, I know some outstanding clairvoyants, outstanding. They're very good, but they are not spiritual people. They are people that are playing games or playing tricks or playing with people's emotions and so on and so forth. That list and variables are endless, but they are a very good clairvoyant. And so that takes me back a little bit there. Why wouldn't the spirit world take it away from such a person? So that's why I don't believe that that can happen when there's games or manipulation at play. However, they are a very good clairvoyant from the stage. Again, another real simple example of that is these people that go to the gym. You know, they spend their time and their life in the gym pushing weights and benching. And that goes for the development of your mediumship. Just take it like that. You've got some people that go in and they'll just work on their arms. You see a lot of memes on the internet where people have forgot to do leg day. You know, they're massive up here, but they've got like twiggy little legs. And that's the same for the mediums that just practice one area of their mediumship. They're fantastic at benching, lifting weights, but they forgot leg day. And that's the same with mediumship. They forgot to self-develop. They forgot to ask themselves questions. They forgot to take a day off. They forgot to rest. They forgot to fulfill other parts of their earthly life because they were too busy working on the upper part of their body. It's exactly the same for us. So again, don't quit, don't walk away. I'm just giving you different angles that maybe you can spend some time on that will revitalize you, that will give you that hunger and that drive to become a better person, a better medium, and a better advocate for said spirit world. As I said to you earlier, I fell into that trap. You know, maybe if I just work a little bit harder, maybe if I just keep practicing, if I do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then I do that other group on the Tuesday, and then I'll read a book on a Thursday. And then before you know it, you're completely saturated and it becomes your world. And, you know, it is my world. It really is my world. And so I have to be very mindful that I need to take breaks. I need to monitor my body's energy in the way that I'm responding to people, not just in mediumship, but in my everyday life. I'm trying to work on the other aspects of being a medium, being a better person, being a good spokesman, being a good advocate requires not skipping leg day, looking at all the other parts of your mind. Will it ever go away? Absolutely not. It can't go away. It's a state of consciousness. So be confident. It is nice when you get it right. I totally appreciate that. Be confident when you're getting it right, and you know, bask in that energy for a little while. Is it going to go away because you take a couple of days off to do something else that you enjoy? Absolutely not. It will fuel you to keep the momentum of your good mediumship. So as I build up to my diary, I'm away at the end of the week. I'm back at Urshamstar teaching the teachers of the future. I always look forward to it, so I won't be around at the weekend. I was mindful of that. That's why I knew I needed to recoup, get some energy back, because it is demanding on residentials. So I'm going to try and get a few videos up for you now before I go away. And then I will get back on track when I'm back early next week. God, the sun now. Got out early this morning. I've just called it as it's rising. Let me hide behind a tree. So, let me know in the comments. God, it blinded me there. Let me know in the comments if you've ever feared losing it. If you've ever got caught up too much in doing some one thing, you know. Practiced the wrong mechanic. Let me know in the comments, because we all know that helps. like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you aren't already, and I'll see you Wednesday.